Hey everybody, it's Max McAllister back with another episode of Cycle with Max. Today we're actually going to go Zwifting. So yesterday we talked about the bare minimum equipment we needed. And remember I stressed you don't have to have my super space shuttle station here to play the game. This just makes it easier to see. So Tammy's going to ride with me, and today we're going to show how we could start a ride, how we can meet up on the course, and how we're going to pick a course and what we're going to do. So on any given day, you're going to decide what you want to do to ride. So you can ride on a course, or you can do a structured training program. This is going to be a little bit more advanced for athletes training for very specific events like Ironman or these kind of things. So, or you might want to improve your power, these kind of things. But this is structured workouts, more advanced than we want to talk about right now. Right now, we just want to go for a ride. So on any given night, you can choose to ride in Watopia, which is the original island, or one of 5 other worlds, which rotate constantly, and they have a calendar on this screen that shows you on what world, alternate world, is going to be available on each given day. So they run them 2 or 3 days at a time. It kind of depends. It seems random, and so it'll just be that up there that day. So from there, you want to go in and pick a route. So Tammy, go ahead and we're going to pick on routes. Just run your cursor up, select routes. Here's a list of all the routes available for you to choose. So for this demonstration, we'll pick something short and easy, so just for purposes of showing a video. Here's 3.4 miles. They show you the elevation on the ride is 82 feet. Let's pick that ride. Okay, you're going to tell it okay. So now you know how far you're going to ride, how much elevation you're facing, so that'll give you an idea of the level of difficulty you might be up against. Don't hit ride just yet. And from there you hit ride. We're going to go into a ride. So now that's how you pick if you just want to ride by yourself and go for a ride and you're not interested in riding with anybody else, although there will be thousands of people riding with you at the same time. Now, if you want to ride with a group, you're going to see there's a whole list of events here. These events allow you to join a group of people and ride in an organized fashion. These are organized and approved by Zwift and then maintained by volunteers, the people that organize the ride. Within the rides are letters that tell you the difficulty of what's going on in each ride. So E is kind of an all-ride type experience, but from there it goes DCBA, A being basically pro-level riders, and D being typical cyclists, we'll call it. We're going to talk about how Zwift groups you on another day in another lesson, but it's not by miles per hour like you're probably used to talking about in your miles per hour average like you're used to talking about in your group ride. So now, if you say I'm a C rider and I want to join this ride, it starts in 34 seconds. You click on the C and it'll say you're going to join and it'll throw you into that ride. You'll see you're going. If you say, oh, I don't want to go, just click it again and it'll take you off. All right. Now, had you click to join, now some rides will have A, B, C, D, and E there. You just select your group on that ride and it'll highlight you with that bubble. If you had selected it, it would throw you into that ride. You'll be on the side of the road getting ready to go. And then when that clock gets to 0, they'll have a clock ticking. The ride just takes off. So you want to be pedaling while you're waiting to go, because everybody's just going to go. All right. Now, another way is through a meetup, and I'm going to demonstrate a meetup in a moment. And then the next method is just finding a friend on the course. So we're going to demonstrate that one right now. So Tammy's going to take off and go for a ride. So go ahead and say ride. And you'll see it load her. Here's Tammy, and that's her avatar. We're going to teach you how to build your own look-alike avatar soon. And so from there, you just paddle off, and you're on the route that you wanted to do, and you're going. Now, all kinds of things go on in the game. There'll be actual sprint points, just like you might find. In fact, she happens to just be coming right up on one now. So it'll warn you over here that something's coming, and there on the ground is the start marker for the sprint. It'll give you time, so this is just like you're in the Tour de France here if you want to be. Now you don't have to sprint, you can just go along 5 miles an hour, it just doesn't matter. You do whatever you want. So you'll have this sprint point. I'm going to guess this is the finish line, and it'll give you, hooray, your time, record your time, and then put you on a leaderboard. Now, so Tammy's riding along, and she's by herself, but let's say she wants to just engage with other people around her. There's a whole list of things you can do from your keyboard that allow you to interact with the other people on the course. So the first one you might want to play with is just what's your point of view while you're riding. So you can shift between 10 different points of view. This is one where you might not even see your own wheel or bars. Kind of a side view. This is one from behind, obviously. This is a longer, farther front away view. This one is called spectator view. 8 is called bird's eye view. 9 is the helicopter. And actually I need to turn our audio up here. And so you'll eventually hear a helicopter going, right? And then another one is called the drone view. With this one, you select it, and you zoom in and out on yourself with your plus and minus key. So you can do whatever you want there. Another cool one is, there's one, I believe it's number 7, that shows you, it's a continual passing view of the riders coming by. All right, so now these are your views. Let's go back to kind of the default view, which is you from just behind. You can interact with the other riders by flicking an elbow, just like you would if you, so watch your elbow. If you're on the front of a group and you're tired and you want to get out of the way, you can throw an elbow. You can wave to somebody going by. You can talk to them.
Right on.
So if you're a girl, you'll get a girl's voice. If you're a guy, you'll get a guy's voice that'll give a ride on. So ride on is Zwift's way of giving somebody encouragement or thumbs up. It's like a like on Facebook or kudos on Strava. All right. F4 gives you.
Hammer time.
Yeah, you can say.
Nice. Bring it.
Or if you're really tired, there's a picture of a toast. It says I'm toast. You can also let people know you're passing, giving them the bike bell. And if you press F10, it'll take a picture. That'll be saved at the end of your ride. And that, if you link in the software to Garmin Connect or to Strava, it'll upload your ride automatically as you finish. And it will also put that picture up on Strava of whatever that moment was on your ride. There's different things you can also use. If you're training, you can add in a heart rate and power graph. More complex, we'll explain on another day. And then you can interact with your map to get different views of your map. So an overhead view, a farther away view, or this kind of angled view of where you're going and what you're doing. This is the immediate gradient that you're approaching. So if you're coming to a hill, going down a hill, you're going to know in the very near future what's happening. Down here on the bottom is a shadow. That shadow shows you when you're coming to a mountain or what's coming or what direction you're going. It alerts you that, there's a sprint point or a KOM coming for a mountain. Now, Tammy's on a dead flat route, so there's really not much you can see here. This is literally flat as a pancake. So, as you recall, it was only a few feet of elevation gain. When you come to a timed segment, they'll have leaderboards. Up here in this corner, you'll see your power output if you have a power meter connected, your cadence if you have a cadence sensor connected, your heart rate. Your heart rate is, Tammy's dead apparently, her heart rate monitor is not working. Now, because it's a game, they do fun things for you to keep you engaged. So sometimes you get little prizes. So there's a van here, so this is, if you click on your space bar, or use your mouse to click on this, you're drafting behind like a team car. They have a feather that makes you lighter weight if you're going up a hill, and they have an arrow helmet that helps you pick up speed for arrows. So there's little prizes like that. Now constantly as you're riding, this progress bar is going along. Every time you ride, Now, as you finish it, and Tammy's very close to finishing a level, you get a big party goes off and it unlocks new treats for you in your cycling garage. Cycling garage is a whole cool thing where you have all kinds of parts and apparel to upgrade your bike and look cool. And so that's really fun. This little thing here is a sweat drop counter. So the harder you work, the more sweat drops you get. They also have a drop shop where you go in and you can buy cool wheels and frames and whole bicycles and all kinds of stuff with literally the money, effective money you earn through working with sweat. So that's pretty cool. We'll show you that on another day. So here's some statistical data, how far you've climbed so far, the elapsed time on your ride, the mileage you've gone, and your current speed. Down here, so here you go. Tammy just made it to level 8, and she's been Zwifting for a couple weeks, and she just got a vintage kit pack. So next time she goes in her garage, there'll be some sort of new cool kit in there for her to try on. Then over here is Zwifters nearby. So right now on this course, there's 1,882 other riders riding around London at this moment on Zwift. There's always about 5,000 people, it seems, at any given moment going between the couple places. You are the 0 mark, and there's your name. Near you, these are people that are in front of you and how far you're behind them in seconds. These are people behind you and how far ahead of them you are in seconds. If you see a person with this little cell phone icon, that means they're on an app called Zwift Companion, which is a remote control for the game you can use from your cell phone or a tablet while you're riding. It's an easier way to it's an easy way to interact, a simple way. We'll discuss Zwift Companion on another day. Again, Zwift Companion's totally free, and all you need is a cell phone or a tablet to use it. So that's pretty cool. All right, so Tammy's riding along, and so let's say she's riding. I was late from work. She didn't want to wait around on me, and I just want to ride, catch up to her. What do I do? All right, let me zoom over here. If you look, let me see if I can zoom in. On my screen, I've logged on. It says join another Zwifter. The ones in dark blue are just strangers. You could join any person if you wanted to, but there's Tammy riding, and I want to join her. So what I'm going to do is hop on my bike. I'm going to click that icon, and the game is going to drop me right in with her. So there, I selected her, and now it's going to say ride with Tammy. So before I hit that button, I'm going to get my bike spinning because she's riding along, and I got to get my legs going. So I'm going to click Tammy, and I'm going to say ride with Tammy, and wherever she is, it's going to throw me in with her. All right, so there she is, 2 bikes ahead of me right now. I kind of know what her kit looks like. And they've got me, actually that's me, they put me in I joined a challenge called Movember. So there I am now. It just threw me right in with her, and I'm riding with her, and I can change our view, get too close to Tammy. She might not. So here we are, riding along together. There's my avatar and my bike. So that's that. So now, if you want to join a group ride, but again, you're caught in traffic, you're late, you miss, just come home and find one of your friends on the ride. Click you want to ride with them, and it'll throw you right in the group ride, and then you're in the mix. All right, so I'm going to show you, I'm done, and I'm finished. Tammy's going to keep riding. At the end of the ride, it'll say you finished, it'll give you statistics, or if you just want to stop, you can hit escape, and it'll end there. You can choose to discard the ride or save it. If you save it, in my case, I have my Zwift account linked to Strava and Garmin Connect. And when I save it, it's going to upload that. you have an opportunity to name your ride here, and before you post it, and it'll throw a picture, you know, any picture you snapped along the way while you're doing it. So I'm gonna trash this, and that's it. So that's how to start riding, how to interact a bit and start having some of the fun, how to join a friend, and then next I'm going to do a video on meetups and from there. So because meetups is how a group of close friends join. A meetup is a non-sanctioned Zwift event. So I'm Max. If you like this content, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I'm going to do a whole series of this. So please share with your friends that are interested in Zwifting, and I'll be back in the future with more great content.